Well, hello, all of you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. Apparently there are zombies trapped underground somewhere or in the walls of some of these buildings. I'm honestly not entirely sure. Anyway, what's going on? How are you? Been a minute, hasn't it? Since we did an intro? I guess it's only been like a week, but yeah, actually, yeah, and oof, I shouldn't walk in third person like this. Did you catch that extra episode that I did last week, by the way? Did you see the episode where we played Clue? I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it. But today, we're going to talk about something completely different. We're going to talk about quartz, because we had a special request from the McMonty, who asked me if he could buy a whole bunch of quartz because he is working on his mega base, and he needs quartz. And I just noticed all of my signs are upside down, at least on this row. Are they all upside down? What? Okay. Yes, it looks like somebody has been clever and has turned all of the signs upside down in Power Incorporated. Alright. Well, whoever did that, please come forward. Anyway, we're here to talk about quartz, this stuff. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 diamonds have been spent on quartz, and I'm willing to bet most, if not all of that, was McMonty. The McMonty, because of his mega base. Now, if you look around at all of the other products in Power Incorporated, you will notice that there are no blocks of quartz, only this quartz, and that's because I figured people could take this stuff and turn it into a variety of other things. But in the case of McMonty, he wants blocks because he's going to be building with it. So I decided it would be way better to get those blocks in a different way. And I thought that thing that I could do would be a simple addition to my villager trading hall, and I have gone ahead and done that off camera because I knew it would be a relatively simple thing that you guys have seen me do before. So I didn't want to reinvent the wheel by just stacking a whole bunch of workstations in front of these guys and converting them all into stonemasons. That's what I did. I only had these 8 villagers remaining that did not have any professions, and now they are all stonemasons, and so now they will trade some good stuff. For example, if I take a look at this fine fellow right here, you'll see that I have him so that he will trade me 1 stone for 1 emerald, and I can do 12 of them in one transaction, or sorry, 16 of them in one transaction. And then I can take those emeralds that I got and buy blocks of quartz, again, 1 block of quartz for 1 emerald, and I can do 12 of them in one transaction. So, I mean, on one hand, that's pretty good, because I can go down the line and I can trade stone away, get emeralds, trade emeralds away, get blocks of quartz, and just keep doing that and doing that and doing that. And the only problem with this is, obviously, I'm going to get less quartz than I am going to give away stone. So I am technically making an emerald profit, which is great. But the bigger problem to doing all of this trading is that at the end of the trading cycle, that is, when I've traded with all 8 villagers and I go to deposit my trading goodies into my shulker box here, you'll see that out of all that, I only got a stack and a half of quartz. And, I mean, that sounds like a lot, right? A stack and a half, wow, that's great. But if I'm trying to fill a shulker box, it's actually very, very time consuming. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, well, just go down the line again. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get another stack and a half. But then I have to wait for it to become night, and then I sleep, and then wait till it becomes day again, because you can only trade twice per day with villagers, and that is a big problem. The other problem, of course, is that even when these guys have unlocked their trades again, they continue to give me 1 block of quartz for 1 emerald, but the stone trade goes way up in price. I now have to trade 11 stone away to get 1 emerald. So I end up with a severe detriment of emeralds. Now that's not a big problem because I have a lot of other dudes that can give me emeralds, but it's a bit of a pain. It really is a bit of a pain to have to trade pumpkins and melons and carrots and potatoes to these guys to get emeralds, come over here and trade emeralds for quartz to get the quartz. Especially since I've been doing this for the better part of today. Like, literally, probably 3 hours I've been working with villagers, and I only have, you know, just over a half a shulker box. And if I want to get any of this stuff in bulk, I'm going to need to do a lot more. And that's why I've decided to do something stupid, something crazy, something that I'm known for, which is to just go a little over the top with resource collection. So without further ado, let's hit that time lapse. Of time lapse. So as you can see, I have added a second layer to my villager trading system. I didn't actually count them, but whatever it was last time, it's the same up above. So I've now effectively doubled the stalls that I have available for villagers. I also went ahead and captured myself some zombies. That actually, I probably should have done it on camera, but it wasn't actually too interesting. All I did was put some dirt over that the area at the bottom there, and made those areas behind the villager stalls into complete darkness. And then I just ran around and waited for zombies to spawn. And when I heard a zombie in there, I opened it up, I threw them a diamond sword to make sure that they could actually carry the diamond sword, and once they could, I name tagged them with a silence name tag. So I've done that not once, not twice, not 3 times, but actually 4 times. And I've also gone ahead and set up all of the rails. This is craziness. So here, and again, I know I've gone through this before, but I'll give you like the quick rundown here. So down below, I haven't actually changed the way the villager breeder works at all. So down below, I have my villager breeder. Actually, the villager breeder is way, way, way up in the sky, and villagers, when they grow up, they'll fall down that hole, and they'll land in a little water stream down there. The water carries them into the corner where they can be picked up by a minecart. This track is set up in such a way that if I were to put a minecart on this track and send it down in this direction, it'll loop down, grab a villager, turn around, and come right back up again, and then villagers will proceed along the track this way. When they get around this corner and underneath the respective spot, you can see I have an activator rail there. Only the first one is powered at the moment, but this will eject the villager into the cell, which is right here. And this is where villagers will live, in these little cells right here. As soon as the minecart passes, I can pop... Oof. Let's see if I can do that again. I can pop the redstone torch off and put it in the next one, and the minecart is ready to load the next one. The minecart itself, the empty minecart, will go all the way down to the end of this track, and then turn around, come back down this track, and if you follow it along with me, you'll see it does a little zigzag here, and then it turns... And guess what? It goes right back around, and yes, it will skip over that little area right there, and back down and grab another villager. This will work wonderfully if I want to fill this entire side with villagers. And I can't remember what the number I need is. I think it's like 21 or something on the side. But at the moment, as you can see down here below, I have absolutely 0 villagers. I thought I was being so clever while I was recording the time lapse, and I enabled my villager breeder up there. At least I thought I enabled my villager breeder. It turns out I actually had left one piece of dirt in the way, so the villager breeder did not actually run the whole time I was recording my time lapse. So I just turned it on, and now I have to wait until I have a pile of villagers. So I'll see you in a minute.
12 seconds later.
And while we're waiting for our villager breeder to work, let's check out some profits at Power Inc. Today, we sold some shulker shells, rockets, glass, quartz, totems, gunpowder, sand, a box of iron, gold, emeralds, honeycomb, blaze rods, candles, an ender chest, fire charges, observers, hoppers, oak wood, string, cobbled deep slate, soul sand, obsidian, magma blocks, and shroom lights. For a total of 107 diamonds, plus we got this paperback, a diamond worth of free stuff from Power Inc. And finally, several hours later, I have completely restocked Power Incorporated using the procedure that I outlined in the last video. And also, take a quick look around. You notice anything? Yep, I flipped all of the signs back to the way they are supposed to be. Thank you to whoever did that. Or should I say, no thank you. I'll find you. And I'll get you back.
72 hours later.
Well, hello. It has been a few days since the last clip. And that is not my fault. Because our server actually went offline this week. And it was offline for 3 full days. Yeah, that's right. The Minecraft 1.19 dropped, and I think something happened with our server host, and yeah, they had a kind of a nightmare situation, and yeah, so we were offline like all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and half the day Thursday, most of the day Thursday. This is actually Thursday night that I'm recording. It's like 20 after 8 p.m. But I gotta get some stuff done. I gotta finish my episode because this is due out Saturday. So, luckily I've only got a few things left to do. Let's see where we left off. So I got lots of villagers stuck in here. I can't tell exactly how many are in here at the moment. There's a few jammed in that corner there. Not as much as I wanted, but definitely as many as I need for the start of this project. So I'm just going to hop down here because I seem to recall I've got a little dispenser down here with minecarts in it. Yes, I do. So if I push the button, this minecart should grab one of those guys and pick him up and then fly off upstairs, and then I gotta chase it real quick. So, let's see if that works. Got a villager. Oh, I gotta go up to the second level. Oh, it's already done everything it needed to do. I should turn this off so that, yeah, when that minecart comes back, it doesn't go pick up another guy, because I already need to do this. Alright, so that's good. So the minecart actually slows way down at that point, so I guess it's not going to be that big a deal. So, oh! Hey, air conditioning's kicking on. Give me a second. Okay, air conditioning is off, and I have cleared that little frog in my throat as well. I just had some sushi and the rice was stuck in my throat, but we're all good now. Alright, so we need to remove this redstone torch from right here, and then place it on the next little area here, and then re-enable this guy right here, and push this minecart down. Hopefully we won't have to even stop the minecart now. It's just going to go down, grab a new dude from the hole down there and bring him up and deposit him right into the place that it needs to be. Perfect. And then while we're waiting, we can just pop this off, go over here and put it in the next spot. The minecart has slowed down, but it should have enough momentum to actually, yeah, come around and go. And while we're waiting, we can also remove these rails right here. And actually, I probably shouldn't do it right now because yeah, I'm kind of in the process of waiting for another guy to come up. You can actually hear them taking a tiny bit of damage. I should probably look into that. Oh well. But this is the way this is going to go. It's just continually moving all the way down the line, and I will come back when I have all of these guys in place because I know I've showed this to you before. And just like that, I now have 12 villagers in place. Now, I wanted to have 23 villagers because that's what this whole side will support, but I only had 12 in the box. So the villager breeder continues to run, and eventually I will have even more villagers. But at the very least, with what I have, just checking to make sure there aren't any more little dudes down there. They're going to be falling out of the sky any second, though. I know it. I just know it. In fact, here comes one right now. No, I thought I could do it. But what I wanted to show you guys was exactly how to convert these guys into stonemasons. That is, to give them professions. Stonemasons, by the way. Did I mention that's what I was going to make them into? I want a bunch of stonemasons. So you probably say to yourself, oh, it's easy. You stick a workstation in front of them, they take the job, easy to go, right? Well, let me show you what's going to happen. By the way, I've moved this track over a little bit for these guys just to make it easy. So this guy, I'm going to stick a little stone cutter thing right in front of this guy. And, oh, he grabbed the job right away. Well, that's fantastic. What about this guy? Oh, he didn't. How come he didn't? That's weird. And this guy? No, how come he didn't either? See, I'll tell you why. These guys can actually path through trapdoors. They don't really see them, so they think they can actually step over the trapdoors and then just walk on top of the stone cutters and get to any other stone cutter that's in this way. So when I put this stone cutter down, actually let me back up. When I put this stone cutter down, this guy immediately grabbed it. But when I put this stone cutter down, it could have been any one of these guys that actually grabbed this workstation. Now, they didn't become a stonemason because they need to be right beside the workstation to actually become the job. But they can still claim it from a distance. Now, I could sit here all day waiting for them to give it up and this guy to pick it. But there's a much faster way to do this. So let me just break the stone cutters here, and this is the way to do this. I'm basically going to block off the path for this guy. Now this is a little bit of a pain, and it kind of sucks to do, but yeah, it's kind of necessary evil. You do it. I usually block myself right in here, like so. There's nowhere for this guy to path. I'm going to go one step further and actually seal it off. You can see this guy, even if this trapdoor wasn't here, literally the only block he could step on would be this one right here. They won't cross these either. So if I do put the stone cutter down, he should instantaneously become a stone cutter. So watch this. Boom. And there it is. He's grabbed that job right away. Just to lock in his trade, I can also trade him something, and I should have done that with the other guy as well. I'm going to do that really quick here, just to make sure this guy is also locked in. Boom, there it is. And now I can just carry on and do this for all of the other stonemasons, or all of the other villagers, and turn them into stonemasons as well. Actually, while I was in the process of doing this, I discovered something really interesting, and I wanted to show it to you. Apparently, these rails are much more effective at blocking pathfinding than I thought they were. So I've been doing this, just these 3 blocks of dirt right here, and as soon as I drop the stone cutter down, this guy already knows he can't get anywhere else, so I can trade with him. So this is actually very fast. So dirt, 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 make sure the rail is still in place, and then the stone cutter, and he takes the job. I love this. And you might have also seen that when I built this setup, I incorporated this special design in it, where I have a little lever that'll drop these guys down, where they can be eaten by the zombie, and then I can pop the lever back up, or open, and this pops these guys back up again. I can hit them with a splash potion, one of those, and then 1, 2, 3, and these guys will be cured pretty soon. Now I just have to do that for the rest of these guys. And now we are over at the beautiful home of none other than Captain Ronnie, because I need some clay, and the man has provided. Oh, sweet. I appreciate that. Here are some diamonds for you, sir. There you go. Enjoy. Thank you so much. And the last guy has been converted. I've actually converted these guys a few times, and now you can see that their trade for clay balls has gone all the way down to 1 emerald. And now you know why I actually took that tour over to Captain Ronnie's base to trade for some clay. So, let's see what happens if I try to unlock all of the trades for these guys. It's going to take me about 5 clay balls per time here. And then I can get these guys all the way traded to the next level. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I just look back at the first guy here, just for kicks, yeah, you can see he's now unlocked the stone trade. Now the stone trade is up at 7. I'm not sure if that's because I've just traded with them, because that happens, right? You trade with these guys and sometimes their other prices go up. I really don't know why that happens. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think their trades are supposed to continuously go down when you trade with them, but honestly, I really don't know. So I'm just going to trade with the rest of these guys and then see where that gets me. And there it is. At long last, all of these guys have been zombified and cured several times over. And no, Captain Ronnie, you cannot bone meal bamboo. Actually, I was completely wrong. You actually can bone meal bamboo. For some reason, I was thinking of sugarcane. I'm not really sure why. And I have now got it so that you can trade 1 stone for 1 emerald, which is an amazing trade, and will actually get these guys unlocked super duper fast all the way up to the master level. So they're experts now, and you can see just with 1 extra trade, they're all the way up. And now they will also trade quartz blocks for 1 emerald, which is exactly the trade that I was hoping for in the first place. And now I've got myself a pocket full of emeralds. We're going to do 1 line of trading across all of my stonemasons and see how many quartz blocks we get. And with that quick trading montage, I got myself 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 stacks of blocks of quartz. That's pretty good. And that was only 1 trade as well. As you know, these guys can do 2 trades a day, which means I could get myself 7.5 stacks. I could get myself 7.5 stacks of quartz just by running down this line twice, which is pretty good. I can fill up a shulker box in about 4 Minecraft days total, which is great. You might be wondering what I needed all of that quartz for. I think I mentioned earlier in the episode that I wanted to make a deal with Monty because he was interested in using quartz at his Herm Center. If you remember, I have a season pass to Herm that I can move any of my villagers over here, and I think I'm definitely planning to do something like that. But check out what he's doing with quartz. He has these beautiful quartz brick paths laid out everywhere to allow you to very easily and in style, elegantly walk from place to place. And I think this looks phenomenal, actually. I've used quartz... I should say I've seen quartz used for a lot of things, but to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen it used as a walkway before, and this is amazing. I think this looks so cool. You should definitely go check out the McMonty. He does a lot of streaming on Twitch. Yeah, and he is a phenomenal landscaper and builder, and he's doing great things. Keep an eye on him, too, because I know he's got big plans coming up as well. So, his links are in the description, along with everyone else's. Before I end this episode, I want to take one more trip over to Power Inc. because I have a funny feeling... Yep, it happened again. Somebody is twisting my things around, and it's really driving me crazy. I don't know why that's happening. Whoever is doing this, please stop. You're breaking my OCD. And a 1, and a 2, and that should do it. And that, my friends, is where I am going to end this episode. I hope you guys had lots more fun watching this episode than I had making it. I know that sounds really bad for a content creator, but no, I actually did enjoy making this episode. The part I didn't enjoy was the waiting for our server to come back online 3 days so that I could actually start doing the recording and the work and the trading. I really wanted to have a lot more done to this by the time I presented it to you guys. As you can see, I have 12 new stonemasons. I've got 3 new villagers ready to go, but there's a whole bunch of empty slots here, and these were all supposed to be filled with villagers, but I ran out of time, unfortunately. Ran out of time and ran out of energy because, honestly, you know, being a server admin, it definitely has, it takes its toll. There's a lot to do. And yeah, I know you guys know it's a big job. I've gone through some of it before. At least this week it wasn't doing any sort of server restores or anything like that. But still, it was pretty intense at times. Thinking I don't know what the future of the server is gonna be because it just stopped working for like 3 days and no explanation or anything. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out the links to all of my server mates. They're all in the description down below. We all make fantastic content on the same server, and I'm sure if you like my content, you will like theirs as well. And if you do like my content, hey, feel free to click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great content just like the content you're watching right now. Isn't this entertaining? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Ooh, don't fall off the edge. And I'll see you in the next episode. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.